Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 752 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today, we're using some alliteration on you, and we're going to say making money from media. And this is a good side hustle that could turn into full-time income for some of you. All right, I hope you didn't miss episode 751. That was travel vlogging. And I don't want anything to do with this topic. I've been enough places. All right, but a lot of people love this idea, and I gave you a bunch of ways to make money travel vlogging on episode 751. Anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and then the episode number, that was 751. All right, let's see. Follow me on TikTok at Digital Multimillionaire and grab a copy of our automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate free. And you will thank me for it because it will save you hundreds and hundreds of hours into the future if you just use part of what's in this book. screwthecommute.com/automate free. All right, let's get to the main event. Today's topic is about selling or licensing videos and photographs. Now, part of this, especially the licensing part, falls right in line with my long-term premise of work, get paid, and then paid some more. Now, you don't have to be some fantastic award-winning photographer or videographer to do this idea. However, the better you get at it, the more money you can make. Now, I got the idea for this as I've been totally immersed in the last couple months in starting a side hustle drone business where you have to call me Captain Tom. And a little later, I'm going to tell you about an idea I got from one drone pilot that's brilliant and brings him lots of recurring money passively after the initial recording of his video. Now, a couple episodes ago, I think it was episode 749, so screwthecommute.com/749, I talked about the drone business as a fun and lucrative side or full-time business. And it's something you could definitely get your kids involved in. They would love it. Plus, it's an industry on the rise and is predicted to be 10 times bigger in the next few years. Now, you don't have to do drones at all. You could just do photographs. But there's tons of ways to make money with this stuff. And with drones, now, of course, with drones, using it for any commercial purposes, even if it's just promoting yourself, that is considered commercial purposes, and you must pass your written licensing test. But anyway, today I'm talking about shooting drone footage or beautiful and unique subjects in the area near where you live. Now, I'll tell you a little later why this is not only convenient, because you don't have to travel far. I mean, you could expand it as you start making money, but it helps knock out the competition to sell or license your stuff. So you have sunsets and sunrises anywhere in the world. You have landscapes, mountains, valleys, lakes, cityscapes, statues, rivers, oceans. If you're on the coast, you can do a thing called a hyperlapse where you see like streaks of light going down the highways where you live. They're gorgeous. And you might say, well, Tom, that sounds like fun and a great outlet for creativity, but how do you make money with these pictures and videos? All right, I'm going to tell you several ways and also the way to knock out tons of competitors. Now, one thing you can do is list your stuff at places that sell or license stock photos. And yes, you've heard me rail against stock photos when it comes to business office pictures where they have the obligatory Asians and black people and anything else you can imagine in those pictures. Everybody hates them because they look totally staged. I'm talking about unique perspectives on your city or location that are just gorgeous. See, nobody hates a beautiful sunrise. Nobody hates an orbiting drone shot of a boat going down the river in your town. Nobody hates a gorgeous nighttime hyperlapse of the highways in your area. Now, here's the cool part that I learned from this other drone pilot. He makes more money putting the pictures and video footage on his own website and using the city name in his keywords. Now, let me give you an example. If you just use the keyword phrase sunset drone video on your website, you would be competing with drone pilots from around the world. It would be pretty much impossible to come up high in the search rankings. But let's say you used, I don't know, Memphis or Memphis, Tennessee drone video as your keyword. You just knocked out 99.9% of your competitors, and most likely you will rank really high in the search results. So this is convenient because you're not traveling too far to get your images, and you have a way better chance of being found. Now, this guy that I learned from regularly licenses his images for a couple $100, and that goes up to a couple $1,000 or more if they want to actually buy the image or video footage from him. People use these photos and video footage for all types of commercial purposes and advertisements, which brings up another potential future revenue stream. You could give some of your stuff to local ad agencies and PR firms to showcase your work and to get to know them. Then when they need something done for a client, you'll have a chance of getting the job. Now, you can also list your stuff at places that broker your images and video, and they take a commission. Now, I've heard great things about a place called wirestock.io. Now, I personally have never used them because I haven't been in this business before, but I've never heard any complaints about them either. See, they apparently distribute to lots of places, so you don't have to list your stuff everywhere. They do it for you. Now, one of my students also sells prints of her sunrise photos. She gets up every morning and does a sunrise, I think it's in Florida, and then sells prints. Now, this is much more complicated because you have to get this stuff printed up and you have to ship it and make sure it comes out nice, but it's still just another potential revenue stream. Some people would take them to flea markets and farmers markets and trade shows and things like that and sell them. Other big benefits of using your own photos and videos is you save money from purchasing and licensing these things from others. And your stuff can be more personalized because it's you and your clients, of course, with their permission, when you're using in your own promotional materials. And it also can keep you out of lawsuits, which I covered in episode 747, screwthecommute.com/747. And one more thing, if you decide to get your drone license, make sure it's legal to fly and to photograph whatever and wherever you're flying, all right? The FAA and the military don't mess around. So again, make sure you listen to episode 747 about that. And might as well listen to my drone episode too, about the drone business if that really interests you. This would be something lots of fun to get your kids involved in, and you only have to be 16 to get your drone license. So you can start working on it at 14. Beautiful. All right, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you'd like help with this and the other million things you got to do to be successful and online, check out my mentor program at screwthecommute.com/ do the mentor program is greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. But I was already thinking about this new program I have I'm so excited about called How to Be a Great Podcast Guest, and put yourself in front of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people with a warm introduction from the podcast host. So check that out at screwthecommute.com/great podcast guest, and I will catch you on the next episode. See you later.